You are?
Yeah. Or I don't know why. Original one.
I'll hear this. How come you play so ugly? Can you answer that? No?
I have to use more vibrato. Do more vibrato.
You do? You're asking me or telling me?
Tell me.
I think it has to do with this part. What do you, like, when I play with the bow, I never just play like, can I draw pictures for you?
Yeah.
You want me to draw on your music or on my iPad?
iPad.
Okay. There's all sorts of ways you can look at the sound, okay? One way is to have like the sound like that. So that's like a, that's like the, okay?
Yeah.
But I always think that like, let's say that's the ground of the grass. You think I'm funny? That's the grass, right?
Yeah.
And you play on top of the grass, right? On top of the ground. Then your sound is like, you see that?
Yeah.
So it's always on top, right?
Yeah.
But I always think like, sometimes you have like a cake,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then they have like chocolate and strawberries, right?
Yeah.
Or you have like, are you having fun? Is your lesson fun?
Yeah.
And then you have some fruits, and you have some cream, and you have some coffee, right?
Yeah.
And then when you take your spoon, you take just the top, and all you get is like the custard part,
Yeah.
like in bingsu, right? You just get the ice.
Right.
But then when you put your spoon like that, you get all of the other stuff, right?
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So all the good stuff in the sound is always underneath the surface. Okay? Do you see it?
Yeah.
So, like if I was like gonna try to get something, I'm gonna go scooping inside there and try to see what's inside it, right?
Right.
So with my bow, I try to go inside the string, because a lot of playing the violin is your imagination. Did you know that? You didn't?
Kind of. Yeah.
It's visual. You have to be able to visualize things, okay? I'll tell you a story in a second. Do you want me to tell you a story?
Yeah.
So when you're playing, always your bow is searching to dip. Think of the word dip underneath the surface of the string. Okay? And that's where all the good stuff is down here. So when I play something, am I being clear?
Yeah.
When I play something, I go under. I can't just go like that. Sometimes I think like in the wall, if I have a screw, I don't have a screw around me. What can be a screw? I don't want to put a mark on my wall. You pretend it's a screw, okay?
Okay.
When I try to push into the wall,
Yeah.
I can't do that. It doesn't go.
Yeah.
I have to go like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So, when you want it to go in, it has to go in what shape? Circle, okay? So it always has to be rounded. So if you make a list of all the good things in your sound, right? If you make a list of all the good things in a sound, it has to be rounded, okay? It has to be under surface, right? Okay, do you see that? Okay, so when you think of the rounded sound, you can't play that way, because then you have like a line with it. So I'm always thinking that it has to be rounded, so there's no real line there. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Then when I start playing, I start to always think that. So when I go down, do you see that?
Yeah.
Your sound goes. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it comes out sounding ugly.
Yeah.
Because name something that's pretty.
Flower?
A flower? Are you learning stuff? Draw the flower. So kyokta. What is it? Oh my god. I'm keeping that forever. Tell me something about your flower. It's all sorts of circles, right? Draw, what else? Draw something else that's pretty. Name something pretty. You don't know anything else? I think mountains. Right? Like that, right? Always rounded, right? Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So everything beautiful, or most things that are beautiful, are very rounded. So when we make the sound, we just have to remember all of those things. So you're going to play now like that. I saw. Did you hear me? Don't listen to me. I keep on playing wrong notes. You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you do that? Do you see how I'm doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, go. You do the same thing that I do.
Okay.
Do you do it because I did it, or do you do it because you and I think the same way? Hmm? You just do it. You're just doing it to make fun of me. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. When you play the long note, like let's look at your flower again. I don't have to get the picture, but you know your flower? Does it come from the sky or the ground? It comes from the ground, so the flower comes out of the ground, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I'm playing the beautiful notes, I always think something growing from the ground. We call that organic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It grows from the ground. So when you play that, then you don't go like this, but you grow from the ground. You hear that? There's a big difference in the sound. If you do it once, it's not a big deal, but when you do stuff like that, see that? You go, see that? That makes it immediately ugly. When you play this, Where's my notes? Are those my notes? Are those the right notes? This right there.
C.
C sharp, D, C sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, you go like this. Give me one word to describe that. Ugly? So you want to play there. See that? I always grow the note. You say it's the vibrato, right?
Yeah.
But when you play without the vibrato, I think I can still sound good without vibrato. Do you see that?
Yeah.
The vibrato is like a little bit of makeup that you put on. Do you know that? So once you have the sound like that, then I can say, well, I'm just going to give it a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do that though. Don't worry. Okay? See? It's just a little bit of color to add. Then I have it. Right?
Yeah.
So let's do it with no vibrato one time.
Okay.
You have to work on your bow, then don't use the vibrato.
Okay.
And your bow is too tight, by the way. Can I do it for you?
Yeah.
Do you want to try my bow? I love my bow. Don't worry, it's good. Use fourth finger on the last note. Yeah, yeah, like that. Just play the fourth finger note. Don't be so heavy with your arm. See that? Don't vibrate even. See that pretty sound like that? You hear that? How the violin rings? Hear that? You go like ugly, right?
Yeah.
Play the first note. Da. See that? First finger is better. You see how I do the circle? Always going to sound better like that. So you can see that I'm always rocking back and forth. Because when I do that, you see my hand, it can draw a picture like that. Do you see it? This is no good. You see that? I draw the picture with my hand. So if I put a pencil right there, stick out like that, it always draws the circle. You see that? And if you watch carefully, do you like my bow? Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
Hmm? You see, watch the tip, how it goes up and down like the circle. See that? See this? That's on one dimension, right? So it's on like a piece of paper, just like, so then it's going to sound like that. When you have the plane, you know what a plane is for math, right? Then you have many dimensions. Then you play, then your sound has more thick depth to it.
Yeah.
Okay? Did you have fun at the class yesterday?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
I never saw you without your mask on before.
Oh. Right.
It was a different girl. I saw her first time yesterday without the mask.
Yeah.
Is that funny? I didn't know what you looked like before. Okay, play right there. Let's play faster. That's right. You think that's pretty?
Yeah.
It sounds ugly. bow and blow air through the violin. Show me. Start here. Don't use so much bow. Like that. There you go. Okay? Now play there. Can you do that? Use only as much bow as you need to use. So it goes slow, fast. Slow again. Do you see how I get all this different color?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Okay.
I know you can, girl. Are you smiling?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Then
that's-
one, very fast. Da 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 dee da. If I sing it, I go da 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 dee dum da dum. Right? I don't go dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee dum da dum. Those are my fast notes. Do you hear them? My voice dee is very fast, right? Da 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 da, not fast. Da 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 da. Slow down. Da 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 dee dum da dum dum da dum. You have to think how you sing, not the melody, but how you shape your notes when you're singing it, right? Hmm? Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah.
When you're looking at the music, like it's like having the third person in the room. So let's say you and I were talking about something in secret, right?
Yeah.
And then your mom is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Then I can't tell you my secret, right?
Right.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that's like the music. It kind of gets in the way, right? So you and your violin, you have to be like one person telling each other's secret, okay?
Okay.
So you go like that. You don't look at the music, look at your violin and talk to it, you know? So even if it's just a little bit, play without looking at the music and look what you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Think really hard. Okay, try again. No, I didn't accent the upper. I just got to my frog. Be careful. Because you go like that. Ugly. See that?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Let me see that. Just those two notes. No. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. And you do it a little quicker. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got it like that. Okay? It's hard to do, isn't it? That's it. See?
Yeah.
When people play like that, they're fantastic. Did you know that? Do you hear it?
Yeah.
It's like really, really, really good musician, right? Good violin player. What do they do? Like you can do like that, right?
Yeah.
One time. You can do it once, and then when you keep on playing, you just can't keep doing it. But really good player, they can do that whole time. You see?
Yeah.
It's like when you see when I play this. do you see how I'm all the way through, I'm doing stuff on every note, right?
Right.
So you have to train yourself that you're able to do like all the time adding things, and then you start to sound really, really good. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I hear that right there? Since I missed it, go like this. Can I hear that?
Yeah.
How about right there? Ta-da! Yeah, you do this. How about you play long note, short note, right? There's accent on the first one. Can you do that? You do this. You don't need it. You just like almost like relax your arm, almost like you're dropping the bow. You see that? Feel that? Not ugly. See that?
Yeah.
You don't need anything. Right? Do that. The last note, softer. Do it again. Okay? Now vibrate. See? Don't pick up your bow because you have to keep playing. Now, can you do that? Now when you want to play louder, you have to do the same stuff, but you just have to move your bow faster. Okay? So you see that? Can you do that? You do this. You have to remember all this stuff. It applies to everything, okay? You do this. Down bow. Slow up bow. Speed. Same speed. See that? Can you do that? 2 notes. Da-da. Same speed. The problem is that when you start your down bow, you go faster and then slow down. When you go up bow, you start slow and get faster. But you have to do the same thing. So you're going like fast, slow. You see what I mean? Same idea. It's harder on the up bow. When you start the up bow, you have to go much faster. Give space between. It's like you throw the ball in the air, right? Then it kind of stays around and it comes right back, right? Okay? Don't go like that. It's awkward. Okay? Do it again. That's right. Okay? Now you can play. Can you do that? You need to be at the frog when you play the last note. So when you play this, just think to yourself, get me closer to frog. Okay? So your arm has to move up. Do that one more time. There you go. You see that?
Yeah.
Then you play better again. Do you see how much better she sounds? You like that?
Yeah.
When you're playing the whole thing, your brain has to be tangled up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People ask me like, how do I not get nervous when I play for people? Did you ever think about that stuff? Why do I get so nervous when I play for people? Is it true? Do you get nervous? Do you get scared and then you feel like that?
Yeah.
My answer is, if you really have to think about every single note and everything that you do, and you plan everything, you have no time to be nervous about anything. You just have to focus on what you're doing. You don't have time to think about other things. When you play blindly, you just kind of play, your brain is too free. There's too much emptiness. So then all it does is, it just goes and attaches itself to bad things like being nervous and stuff. So the more that you plan your playing, the better you're going to play. Okay? Can I hear that now? Did you program your metronome?
Yeah.
You have it all programmed.
Yeah.
You watched my video.
Yeah.
You saw the metronome video.
Yeah.
And you put all the tempos in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see this now, the whole thing? Think really hard, okay? I'm going to grade you from 1 to 10. Okay? I'm a hard grader too. get a 0.
Okay.
When you go bum bum, you know, I think that's very proud. So if you play like this, you don't look proud enough. Up. Right? Look like you're proud to play like it. Can you stop that and just play the right stuff? Use your brain here, right there, okay?
Okay.
Again. Put stays in between. Think harder. Think bum bum ba bum bum bum. Don't play da 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 da. Right? You forget everything too much. Okay? How do you spell dot dot head? Don't be dot dot head, okay?
Okay.
When you play things that are tricky, use smaller bow. Okay? One more time. Stop wasting time. Two, go on. Lifting.
That is third.
Yeah? Oma, I'm the worst teacher. She gets worse when she comes here. How come you got worse? I try to help you get better, and then when you play, you're so bad. It doesn't help what I told you.
I know it helped, but I practice.
But you're not smart, so you have to spend more time doing it. Something like that. Do you have your you have to practice like with the metronome like at like 50% slow. 40% slow, so you work out what you're doing, okay? Don't just play it up at the speed. You have to go really, really, really slow. Okay? Do you have your metronome thing here?
Yeah.
It's okay. You bring it next time and have it on there.
Okay.
So like, it says 96, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you go 68.
2,
You know,
3,
just
4,
when you practice.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Like that. You see that?
3,
And when I do
4.
this,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
that,
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
you see that?
3, 4.
Every good player practices like that. So it's like, you know that Tai Chi thing? When I was in Korea, I went to this park in Seoul to take a walk in the morning, and you walk up this hill, and then there's this park, and all these Korean people were doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do this stuff really slow. That's how you practice.
Okay.
You can go now.
Bye.
Is that a fun lesson or a boring lesson?